Hello everyone, my name is Anita, I'm a native Russian speaker and I teach Russian to foreigners. And today I would like to discuss three Russian words. Прошлый, последний and прошедший. They all can be translated into English as last. And many Russian learners confuse them. So let's discuss the difference. So I will start with прошлый. Прошлый is an adjective and it refers to something that was completed before now. So it can be translated also into English as previous. And it came from the verb пройти, right? We have the verb идти, first of all, is to go on foot, the process. Then we can add the prefix про, and we will have the verb пройти, to go through. So this pro adds the meaning of through. And it can be used like physically, for example, пройти через парк, to go through the park. And also there was a semantic shift from physical meaning to some abstract meaning. And also it can be used like in the sentences, how was your day? Как прошел твой день, for example. So how did your day go through? So some abstract meaning. Right, your day was going through. And also this пройти gave roots to прошлый, right? So now we have an adjective, прошлый, previous. For example, you can use it in the sentences мы встретились в прошлый вторник. We met last Tuesday. So мы is we, встретиться is to meet, right? And the past tense встретились, the plural form, в прошлый вторник, right? With days of the week we use the preposition в and accusative case. В прошлый вторник, last Tuesday. So the one that was before now. And now it's not present. We cannot here use последний, for example, because последний has two meanings and one of its meaning is final, like last. So if you say мы встретились в последний вторник, it would have the meaning like it's your final Tuesday. There wouldn't be any more Tuesdays in your life. So not very happy meaning. So yes, the best way to use it in such constructions. For example, в прошлый вторник, last Tuesday, на прошлой неделе, last week, в прошлый понедельник, last Monday, and so on and so forth. So the second word that I want to discuss with you is последний, right? It's also an adjective and it has two meanings. So the first meaning is final, like the last one. So it's obvious that this word has such meaning because последний comes from the verb следовать. Следовать is to follow. So по, like следовать, is to go like after everyone, after everything. So it follows everyone, it follows everything. So, for example, you can say это последняя глава. This is the last chapter. So, for example, you are reading a book and there wouldn't be any more chapters. It's the last, final. But also, последний can mean something that started in a recent past and it continues until now. So it was present and now it's also present. So previous, it's something that finished in the past, before now. But последний, the second meaning, is something that started recently and still present. For example, в последнее время я много работала. I worked a lot lately, right? It started in the recent past and it's present till now. Also, we have the word прошедший. Прошедший is similar to прошлый, so the etymology is very similar, and прошедший, in fact, is past participle, active one. So it can be translated into English like having passed, the one that has passed. So here we have also прошедший that was formed from the verb пройти, to go through, but here is the past participle. So how we usually create past participles? We take the stem of the past tense and then we add the suffix, either v or sh. But here, as usually with the verbs of motion, with some common verbs, we have some exception. So to make a past participle, we take not the past tense stem, but we take another stem, shed. So here we have the stem shed and the prefix pro, right? Pрошед. And if the stem ends in a consonant, we need to add the suffix sh to create the past participle. So прошедший. It's very similar to прошлый, but first of all, it's more official. So in usual speech, you won't really use it. And also, it concentrates more on the result, that it's already over, that it's completed, right? So when we use прошлый, it mostly compares something that was in the past and now. So прошлый, something happened before now. But прошедший mostly concentrates on the complete fact. And I will give you some example with прошедший. It's мы обсудили прошедшее событие. So мы is we, обсудили is from the verb обсудить, to discuss. So we discussed the past events. Прошедшие, past, and события, events. So I guess that was all that I wanted to tell you. So we discussed today's etymology of all these three words. We also discussed some examples where you can use them and the difference between them. So I really hope that you won't confuse them anymore, but if you confuse them, it's totally okay. We are making the mistakes and many stuff works differently if to compare with English. But in order for you to practice, I prepared a small test, so you can find it in the description and you can write in the comments your guesses. Thank you very much for watching my video. It was Anita with you. Пока-пока. Bye-bye.